Hey, gang. Um, Welcome to another Blender tutorial. This is lesson number something. Um, Thank you for all the subscribers and everything, and thank you. Like, there's like 36 at the moment, which is pretty cool. There was 37, but then somebody's obviously pulled out. But if it makes you feel any better, they've been stabbed. So that's fine. I did it myself. I do my own work. That's right. But if it makes you understand that I'm not aggressive, I actually stabbed him with a banana. So I'm not an angry person. I actually technically gave them nutrients. Um, okay, so I'm going to delete that with X. I'm going to add in the viewer. What we're doing today is F to connect these. What we're doing today, oops, I don't need that, is we're going to be looking at masking. I'm going to drag in this image called Taxi Horse. Um, we're going to be looking at masking and also just a better way to do it, just a better understanding of what goes on, and also um, we'll just go through some quick color correction things, some fun little looks. So cool, excellent. Let's get on with it. And great. This is what we're going to do first. Is I'm going to add in an RGB curve, it's my favorite tool, right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down on this taxi horse image. I actually named it Taxi Horse, and I did so because I felt that's why the horse was there. It was sort of feeling a little bit left out. In the 1800s they were important, but ever since taxis came along, horses have kind of been somewhat useless, and this, not the same as they used to be. And this one's decided to kind of step up, which is awesome, He's kind of taken back the power. And he got a bit hungry as well, as you can see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reopen this, and here you can see factor. So just say I lower that. What that does is it tells this that factor in 0% of that, factor in 50% of this, or whatever, 100%, and we can go above. Well, you can type in above that, and it won't make much of a difference. So I'm going to go back to 1. So there we go. Great. So this little part here, though, what does that mean? That means that I can control this with another node. So let's see how I can do that. What am I going to be controlling? Obviously, the factor of this node and how it's affecting the image. So if I do the same method I did before, which is I'm going to look here and see image size 500, 537. Excellent. I know my maths. There obviously wasn't any math involved in that, so that's a poor demonstration. I'll prove to you guys later. I'll come to all your houses and do some sums. I'm going to add in an image the same size. Perfect. Cool. Add that in. I'm going to call this Masky Horsey. There we go. Click off. So I've got these two. By the way, I said click off as in clicking off there. It wasn't like an insult. Click off. That's a kind of insult you'd throw only at a computer mouse. Okay, so I had viewer node. Cool. And I've got Masky Horsey. Now I'm going to click here, which is image edit, enable image painting. So I've got that there. Push F on the keyboard, or come over here, and that wasn't Blender. That was me. I don't want you guys thinking Blender's changed. So I've got this big brush, and what I'm going to do, I'm just changing the size of the entire thing. I am going to draw across it. Cool, and it's already quite soft. I just undid that with Command Z on the Mac. There must be Control on the PC. Cool, and you can see here there's a curve, which if I did that, it's going to affect. Well, I can just click on these, and it will affect how this is done. So I'll undo. You can see that there's a certain fall off. If I go back, there's a nice soft one there, and a very nice soft one there, and soft one here. I'm sick of saying soft one, it sounds gross. But anyway, so if I lower this with pushing F, lower that and move the thing, great. And then I'm going to Shift A, Input, Image, click here, Musky Horsey. I'm going to plug this bad boy right into there. Bang. And I'm going to put that as a backdrop. Kaboom. And then I'm going to come down here and you're going to see I have draw. Bang, it comes through. Draw, 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 draw. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to put an X for the. I'm in support of the horses, so I should actually put a tick right there. Good on you, horse. Take on those taxis. Actually, that looks more like an arrow. I'll extend that. There we go. If it was an arrow, it would be more like continue to eat your food. So, as you can see, I'm affecting the factor of how that's working. So, like before, I mean, previously I did a multiply. I came to, what was it? Shift A, mix. It was mix, and then I choose to multiply, and then I plugged that into there, and the other image into the other one, and then we connected it to a viewer, and it multiplied the two together. What does that mean? Well, basically, the same way this is working. So I'll delete that. And you notice the white part is what's kind of showing that. And the black part isn't. And then there's obviously a fall off with that. Basically, the white part is the black part is the transparent part, and the white part is the opaque part. And if we basically the white means 1 and the black means 0. So, and in between here it's like 0.5. If you could just imagine that, those values. And when we multiply it against the image, we're multiplying 0 against the color pixels. So everything multiplied, if you multiply 10 times 0, you get 0. If you any number multiplied by 0, you get 0. Any number multiplied by 1, you get that value. So we'll explain that more in another video, but that's basically it. Oh, and I got to prove my math. There you go. Bam. Now, that's definitely more subscribers, guaranteed. And if anyone pulls out, you'll be stabbed, probably by a fruit. So it could benefit you. Now, of course, I could, as you can see, this is the wrong way around. I can easily invert this. Yes, invert the RGB of that image. That's fine. Alpha doesn't, we're dealing with, anyway, the blah, blah. So, cool. That's how that works, and we'll get into more of the other section of things later. So that's just what I wanted to show you with that. And then what we'll do is just a little quick demo of how, oops, I'll just select all of these. G to move that out, and I'll keep that there, and I'm going to drag in this image here and just show you guys the hue curves a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to plug this into here. Great, cool little image there, and I'm going to Shift A again, and we're going to bring in hues. Oops. Hue curves, is that what they're called in Blender? Hue correct. There we go. Great, so you guys are already familiar with saturation, so, sorry, the S section, if you are, or if you're not, then I'll just show you now. If I pull that up, all the greens in the image will go up. Now, often what you think is green is actually quite yellow. You can take that up, and you can see them going up, and you can bring that down. So this allows you to target particular areas of the image and bring down and bring up particular parts, which is kind of cool because you can just, as you can see here, we're able to just isolate that one color. Now I'm going to click reset that, and I'm going to show you guys what these ones do. So this is value. So let's just say this, this image is very green, and we can see it's very greeny yellow. So value, oh, by the way, of course, if you bring that down. Oh wait, that's what we just did. Anyway, value is basically light, the light levels. So I can bring up the light levels of those particular hues. You can see them go up and look really bad, or you can bring them down as well, and you can just isolate those particular areas. Now I find this one to be not helpful at all ever, but of course it can come in handy if you're doing green screen work or something like that, and yeah, or whatever you need it anyway. There you go. That's that. And last one is hue, and as you can see, there's go through to the green again, and now what we're doing is we're changing the hue. We're rolling it through the different possibilities of what hue it can be, and in a very targeted manner, which is kind of cool. I find the best one to be saturation, and to do this other stuff, maybe use some other tools, which we'll go through a little bit later. But I just wanted to show you those two things, and I hope you benefited very well. And if you're about to be stabbed by me, then I hope the fruit also gives you nutrients, and go about your day well. And we'll look at more stuff next time. Goodbye.